This is my new setup for my Proplicas. I spent all day working on it, just waiting to put the new one in right here. So let's check it out. Hi everybody, and welcome back to another Sailor Moon review. Today I finally have the Kaleido Moon Scope Proplica. I've been trying to get this for a very long time. I originally ordered it through Crunchyroll, but unfortunately they packed it very poorly and it ended up getting really damaged on the way to me. So I wasn't going to accept that, so I spent about a week, going on 2 weeks, just trying to either get a refund or see if I can get it sent back or some kind of store credit or whatever. I will show you the awesome packaging here. It was wrapped pretty poorly in just a really tight outer box with bubble pillows on top of it, so it did not survive the treatment it went through in the mail. And I ended up, unfortunately, not being able to return it because the credit card I used I no longer have, and the only other option that they had to give me a refund was to give my money back if I had that card, or give me $20 in store credit and keep the wand. So currently I'm trying to see if somebody doesn't mind a damaged box, and I'm trying to sell that one. But I went ahead and reordered it with Tokyo Taco mode, and I've ordered with them only once before. I think I got the membership, the Sailor Moon membership, so I was pretty happy with their packaging. As you can see, I have it here and it's perfectly okay. It's in perfect shape. The box isn't damaged or whatever. The whole side of the other box was extremely damaged on the corner and on the other side as well. And I really wanted a pristine box because sometimes I like to display the boxes with the wands. Right now I don't particularly have the room for that, but eventually one day I hope to spread out my collection a bit more and maybe put the boxes back. But yeah, it was really, really bad. If you're interested in getting the Proplicas, maybe look at someplace else. Tokyo Taco mode is definitely a place I recommend. They ship this perfectly, bubble wrap all around it, cardboard paper on the sides, in a big wide box to give it lots of space to move around. I was just overall happy with their shipping methods, so I was really upset with Crunchyroll. But it all worked out, and I have my Proplica, and hopefully somebody will want to get my other one that I have. So, but I'm looking to review this with you guys today and take a look at it. I am so excited to finally get this and open it. So as you can see, the box is really pretty. It's really shiny, and it's huge. This is the biggest Proplica yet in the series, and I think this will probably be the biggest one for Sailor Moon, unless they make like the staffs or something for Saturn or Pluto. You never know. I don't think the Eternal Sailor Moon wand will be this big, but if they add the extender piece, it might end up being bigger than this, so I don't know. The box is really nice, and this is the side of it. This is Kaleido Moon Scope Proplica in shimmery lettering, and the back. And this does have the new 25th anniversary logo on it, as you can see here. And then the other side is the same as the other side there, and then the other side, smaller side. And this is by Tamashii Nations and Bandai, but mine is the international release. I knew this was going to be really expensive to ship from Japan, so I don't particularly mind getting the international release. Plus, as a bonus, you do get English instructions, so that's what I kind of look forward to. There's always a lot of different modes for these, and without looking online at somebody else's, you can get kind of confused. So, but yeah, we're gonna open this up, and it does have a little extra writing at the bottom. Let's see what it says. For many years in Bandai, we have commercialized numerous props that are representative of transformation items by introducing the latest development technology of collector's items that know how that we have cultivated up to now. We will pursue further real feeling that is Proplica. So I don't know how well that is English translation there, but I assume that's on the Japanese version as well, because all they do is put these warning stickers on here for the international release. So yeah, let's get this open. I'm excited about getting it open and taking a look at it. Alright, so this is it right out of the packaging, and it is pretty amazing. I'm so excited. It's ginormous, and it comes in this nice case to protect it, plastic molding and everything, and it's wrapped with tissue paper like some of the other ones. So it comes pretty secure in there, I'd say. Here it is, guys. It's so shiny and pretty. I love the wings on this. They're kind of prismatic, but they're 3D, so they do have shadowing and everything. But yeah, this looks really impressive. The jewel on the front is kind of like an acrylic gem, but it's for the light and everything to shine. The handle is kind of like a red, shimmery type paint. It's really pretty. And then of course the paint here on this little part is metallic paint. And gold metallic paint up here and around. And down here is a more pinkish metallic paint. And then the handle, or the stem of it, it's clear, and it has some kind of mesh sparkly material inside. So it's kind of like fabric. Because on the other side you can see where it cuts off, and they folded it over. Top is gold metallic paint and a clear orb on top. And there isn't a light in this one, which is kind of interesting, because the other one, I think, the original Japanese, it didn't have a light in it, but it had like the little IRS communicator thing inside that made all the other toys light up. And then the back, that's where the speaker is, back here, and then your 2 buttons for the modes and everything. So that is the main wand there. And then we have the stand that they always give you. I wish they gave you stands with the compacts, because it'd be really easy for you to display them better. The bottom of this has like a, well, like a kaleidoscope type of design with all the symbols for all the planets and guardians. So yeah, that's really nice. I really like that. And then this might be a little hard to get to show on camera, but I'll do a close-up later. But it does have a Pegasus image in there. It's on both sides. And then this is just your main piece to hold the wand. So these are usually pretty easy to put together. You don't really need instructions. Yeah, that is the stand. So that's a pretty impressive little stand. I love the little designs they add to these. It's always a really nice touch. It's not just a basic stand. They do decorate to go with the wand. So it does have the copyright on the bottom. I'm not sure if you can see that, but it is there. And the wand will sit in this little area at the bottom of the stand, and then kind of just rest in there. It kind of clicks. It's not a big click, but it does attach to these little notches on the side of the wand. So that's pretty easy to use and operate, and it ends up looking fantastic. So yeah, I'm pretty impressed with it so far. Just take a look at the instruction booklet. I always like to show the instruction booklet because they have some pretty awesome pictures in it sometimes. And it is pretty nice this time around as well. It shows a nice image of the wand there. And on the back you have the 25th anniversary logo on it. And then inside is some images from the anime. I assume it'll have some information on there of when it first showed up in the anime and different things. I can't read Japanese, so obviously I don't know exactly what it says, but I'm just guessing. And then on the inside, is all your instructions. Now usually they have like images of the previous one version from the 90s, but in this one it doesn't seem like it has that. But you do have your Japanese instructions here, how to put the batteries in, and how to set up the stand and everything. So yeah, pretty self-explanatory on some of these, but of course the modes are always the hardest part. Luckily with the international release, of course, you do have the little small part of English instructions, so we can figure out how this thing works. Looks like there are 4 modes. There is a red, pink, yellow, and blue mode, and each one of them has different things you can do. The bottom is your mode selector switch, and of course the buttons are the ones that select which ones that you want to do. So let's get some batteries in this and figure it out. Alright, so I think I have these modes figured out pretty well from the instructions. So there are 4 modes, and this is the knob that you use to turn each mode on. It's the blue mode, red mode, pink, and yellow. So we'll start with red, and on the back of this you do have 2 buttons. You have a number 1 button, and the first button controls the wings. So you can put the wings up and hit the 1 button, and it brings the wings down. So that's pretty easy to use. That's the only thing that that button's used for. The second button is what controls all the sounds. So you have 3 sounds here. 1, 2, and 3, and each time you hit the number 2 button, that's what happens in that order. So we'll do a number 1 on the red mode, which is Moon Gorgeous Meditation with voice. So we'll switch it to pink. And pink is the reenactment of the first appearance mode with voice. And you do have to place each one of these, the lights, the anime voice, and the attack sounds all on your own by pushing the number 2 button. So it's a little bit confusing. You can press it again to make the sound go away, which is pretty helpful. But you blast through it pretty quickly. So let's do that one again, a little slower. So as you can tell, it's a whole different experience each time you play with this, because you can place those sounds wherever you want in the songs. So let's do mode yellow. And mode yellow is Moon Gorgeous Meditation without voice. So all you do is lose one extra button press by adding any voices to this. So here it is. So the blue mode is the reenactment of first appearance without voice. So we'll do blue. And here it is. So that is all the modes. We'll do the wing one more time. And this one does make a little chime sound when you press it and the music's going. But that's all that does, other than release the wings. Here's a little side-by-side comparison of the new Proplica with the old 90s toy. And as you can tell, it is quite bigger. Everything about it is much larger. And the details here are definitely a big improvement. I'm not quite sure why they didn't put the 90s toy image in the booklet like they usually do, but now you can see kind of what they look like together. So overall, I'm extremely impressed with this wand. It's an impressive size. Works really great for cosplay. Everything about it, the modes and everything, are really cool. I am kind of perplexed about the idea that they came out with for the different mode presses. Usually when you just hit the button, it does everything right there for you. But this one, they decided to separate everything into a separate button press with the sounds, the voices, and then the attack. So, not quite sure why they did that. Maybe just to try to make it a little bit more interesting and give the user a little bit more to do on their own. But I kind of like it to be a little bit more simple and just one press and then it does that mode and then switch to the next mode and then do the next press. So I don't know, that's just my thoughts on it. I think it would have been just fine that way. But it is a gorgeous item, and I love that you can move the wings just like the 90s toy. The only difference with the 90s toy was you had to move the wings yourself. So it was a little bit different. Even though it did still have those two buttons on it as well. But I am excited about using this. I can't wait to use it for cosplay. I definitely plan on doing that. I like to do cosplay costumes with mine because I think they look really gorgeous and they just look great in photos. I'm really glad to finally add this item to my collection, and I'm excited about getting the next Proplica, which is the Sugar Heart Rod for Sailor Chibi Moon. So if you guys haven't seen that yet, look up pictures. There's a new Proplica coming out. I think that was coming out this fall too. I think October. But thank you guys for checking out my video today, and I will see you guys next time. Alright, bye.